Boom, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man. Deshaun Reacts with another video, man. My bad for the low tone. Got a kind of bit of a headache, but the grind never stops, and I will never stop to bring content to y'all, man. My fellow loving, supporting subscribers, man. I love y'all, man. But we'll be reacting to, hopefully, this will stay up. I'm reacting to Sneeko and Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit. I'm pretty sure y'all well aware who they are. And I'm gonna be very careful because I'm gonna upload this on YouTube. I have not yet started uploading on Rumble yet, but um I will eventually. But as of right now, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. But without any further ado, hopefully I won't get banned. Let's react to this video, man.
Back to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Controversial influencer Andrew Tate Uncensored returned last night. It's been viewed over 1 million times so far on YouTube alone. His fans call him a misunderstood maestro of masculinity. His critics say he's a malignant, malicious misogynist. I think he's probably somewhere between the two, but last night, once again, he divided opinion.
I do mean what I say. If I were to see a girl on a private plane on Instagram, for example, I would assume that a man put her on that private plane. I would not assume she bought it herself.
What if it was...
Perhaps that makes me misogynistic.
What about the Afghan women?
Pause.
It's nothing to do with...
That's not misogynistic, it's realistic. Women don't pay for private jets, bro. Like, Pierce, like, you gotta live in reality.
We all know this.
Here's a problem when you have these old guys that are fucking married. They don't live in the current dating marketplace.
And then they get mad at single guys for complaining
for knowing how the game really works.
but just talking about the problems that come with it. Even like Andrew Schultz, for example, I'm going to call him out. He keeps having a lot of these people on his podcast that are like, oh, the manosphere, right? As soon as he gets married, he's monogamous, he starts like completely overlooking how fucked up the dating world is. Just because you made it out and now you're monogamous and you have a marriage doesn't mean that there's very clear problems. Single guys are all talking about this.
You know what's funny?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a struggle though. When you're a single dude, bro, it is a struggle, man. It really is a struggle because you trying to adjust to. You're a regular guy trying to adjust to the dating market, and these girls they talk to dudes who like rappers, like football players, athletes, and shit. So it is a struggle, man. And I'm gonna get it off the screen.
Absolutely delusional. Just because you're outside.
Yeah, but anyway. But yeah, man, it's a struggle, bro. Like real talk. Okay, me personally, when I was back before I knew what I know now about like women and dating, I was struggling because I used to, try to be that guy to be nice and get them just about everything they ever wanted. But in reality, they ain't what they really want. They really want the contrary of that. It's all about like, to a woman, it's about having fun, They ain't so much worried about a security in a relationship until they get like in their late in their 30s or their 40s. And why they're like 18, 19, 20s and shit, they don't really care about like a stable relationship, unless you that guy, unless you got something to show for it. If you just a regular schmegular, nah, they ain't really going for it, man. I ain't saying all women, but majority of women like that, man. The majority of women, you'll never catch them like riding, getting a private jet for themselves. Most likely, usually, it's a dude who gave it. It's a dude who gave it to them. No lie.
Of it doesn't mean that the problem doesn't exist.
You know what's funny? They tried so hard to try to get us an apology. And the two guys that criticize us, Akash was a virgin before he got married with one girl. Fucking Andrew gets married to a chick and says, oh, well, it's not all like that. Just because y'all are simping on your girls right now does not change the fact that the dating marketplace has changed significantly. Both of you guys have been in a long-term relationship for a long period of time. If you've been out the dating game for 2 years, it's changed.
You don't know.
Let alone how long these fucking guys have been in a relationship. Yeah. So Piers Morgan's been married. He got married in an era where social media and dating apps weren't a fucking thing.
That's so true, because a lot of older people, man, that's in like relationship, they try to give me advice on relationships. Like, it's not the same when you was like my age. Back then, it wasn't social media, it wasn't Instagram. It, you know what I mean? back then y'all had to ride a bike to see a girl. Y'all had to call the house phone. Y'all exchange numbers on the house phone. That's way past that. Way past that time frame, man. And the only dudes she know was the dudes in her neighborhood, the dudes in her community. Now girls have options from different states, different countries. So yeah, it's kind of a different ball game, man. And those past dating things don't really apply to this days and age because, like I said, girls have options all over the world now, from different time for different types of dudes. Not only the dudes in her community, but the dudes outside the community, different states, different countries. Different social statuses. So it is quite difficult on dating in the dating market today.
If a girl's on a private jet in 2022, I bet my left testicle she did not pay for that. Women don't pay for bottles. They don't pay for private jets. They don't pay for fucking Lambos, Pierce Morgan. Live in fucking reality, bro.
Pierce, when you got married, you could still beat women. That's how
Holy
much it's
shit.
changed. You could still slap.
And probably paid for that. That is a fact. That is damn near a fact. The 1% of girls that pay for private jets, bro, statistically insignificant. And fucking
With me on any level.
You don't have a view?
I have a view. My view is that people naturally gravitate towards law and order, and if you didn't have the Taliban, you'd have different warlords. America left. They left a power vacuum, and the power vacuum is now full.
What about their treatment of women? I mean, only tonight they have banned any women from going to university.
Fantastic. Let's get the feminists to go and teach them a lesson. The feminists are so tough, and they stand up and say they can do anything a man can do. Let's arm them up and send them to Afghanistan. I'm sure they'll fix it.
Why can't you just say...
Hey man, wow. That's it's a lot of feminists do say that though, that anything a man can do, they can do. But a lot of men say a lot of things a woman can do, we can't do. We admit to a lot of things a woman can do, we can't do, and we admit that and we know that, and it's just crazy to me how like women think they can do what we can do. We can't do what women can do. Women can't do what we can do, bro. It's different for a reason, man. We're not the same, We're not the same. We were born different for a reason. We got different genders for a reason, It was crazy. I talked to a girl a while back ago. She was like, well, well, the only thing different is that we got different genitals. I mean, that's a huge difference. They come with different hormones. They come with different hormones, different chromosome molecules. They come with a lot of different things, and especially your view on the world is different from a girl from a dude. Because when you're a girl and you grow up as a girl, the people around you treat you different than they did your brother. They treat you different around. They treat you different than they did your sister. You know what I mean? They treat you different than they did your cousin. I grew with female cousins. I got a lot of female cousins, and we were all right around the same age, and they got treated a whole different way than I got treated, because they were women, just because they're young girls, they got treated a whole different way. It's like that for a reason. We're different. We're not the same.
Say on that, you know what? It's completely wrong.
Because it's not my point. It's,
Pause.
I don't understand.
Feminism only exists because there's men willing to defend it.
But it makes me think. It'll make your critics think that you don't think it's wrong.
They could ban all men. They could ban all short people.
But they're not. They're only banning women.
Correct. They could ban all short people.
Don't ban me. I'm short. Don't ban me. Don't ban me. I'm short. Oh, don't ban me. I'm
They could
short.
ban all people with long hair. And none of it's anything to do with me. So they can do whatever they want. I'm not going to go to war with the Taliban.
Do you think you're a misogynist?
Absolutely not. I'm not a misogynist on any level. This is one of those buzzwords they just throw at people randomly. Homophobic, racist,
It's completely losing its value, or its like this fat video. They said like fat phobia is based in misogyny and racism and blah 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 and transphobia. No one cares anymore. When they wrote that article about me, my family got upset. Of course, they wrote an article saying racist YouTuber joins Kanye West campaign. I thought that was kind of cool.
Halfway.
Does no one?
Whoa. They both headsets connected to each other. Wow. I just not noticing that both of their headsets connected to each other. So why he not wearing this on that side for would be much of a struggle?
No one actually in real life has ever called me racist.
Interesting.
Nobody thinks I'm racist. The woke hive mind uses these words so much they completely lost their meaning. And
You know
now
what the crazy part
you
is?
just need to accept it. If they
Hey fam, y'all out here watching this video with me, man. Hey bro, you gotta know the difference between a man and a woman, and just better yourself. No matter if you're a girl watching this or a dude or whatever you characterize yourself as, whatever you identify as. I'm put it like that. Whatever you identify as, be the best person that you can be in your life, man, and evolve within yourself, man. This goes for all y'all out here who watching this video. Evolve within yourself. I love y'all, man. And I always tell y'all this every video that I love y'all. I love y'all who support me. I love my subscribers, man. I love y'all. And I know I'm a small channel right now, and I want to see the channel grow. You know, I want to have a actual presence on social media because I believe I have a voice, and I believe I have a different perspective than what's thrown at y'all on a daily basis. You know, I think a different way, and I admit I got similar ideals with them, similar and some different, but and I'll further explain why throughout the video. And like I said, man, you know, I love y'all and continue to support me and subscribe and share my content. And I also have my merch. You know, the link will be in the description and also in the comments as well, man. Y'all copy all the shirt, man, and support, man. I love y'all, man. Let's get, without any further ado, or my ado, let's get back to the video.
call you
See,
transphobic,
I'm talking too much and not, no, y'all probably tell me to shut up, but let's watch this video, man.
okay, I'm fatphobic.
You're
Okay.
Asian and black, and they call you racist.
And
Imagine
a
if you're
white guy, a
I
pasty
never knew
white
he was
guy.
Imagine if you're a white dude, bro.
Bro, you know who's calling me racist?
I thought he was like
These people.
Hispanic.
These. I have them on
Yeah.
deck. The 10 fucking. I want this to go on YouTube. Exactly the same. Every
Look at the
single one of
similarities
them.
between these guys. None of them are in shape. Glasses, poor vision. Fucking
Pasty. They don't go
pasty,
outside.
Strange hair, unkempt, disheveled,
No jawline. Just
no jawline.
gamer looking.
Like, guys, these are the dudes. These are the guys that are attacking masculinity. These
Right.
fucking losers.
And I didn't
right
select
here.
this because they
Hey,
looked.
I have seen a couple. I don't know really much of these people, but I've seen a lot of clips of this guy, and he has a very distinctive ideology that he has, man. It's very distinctive, and he challenged a lot of people on what they believe in, man. I forgot his name though. The rest of these guys, I really don't know, but this guy right here, yeah.
Like, these are
It-
just the
and
people.
it's
The
crazy
10
how they-
YouTube.
It's crazy how they do look the same. How them kind of look similar, man. It's crazy.
YouTubers and streamers that have all extensively talked about me, made hit piece videos about me, and a lot of them have also criticized Fresh Event. Most of the people on this list, I think every single one here has. Are you guys vaccinated?
Penguin, that fucking loser up
Most
top.
critical faggot. Guys like most critical
I can debate any of these fucking more.
to it. He completely avoided it. He called me a pedophile. You don't know what hypergamy is like. A lot of these guys, I was talking about this at the beginning of my stream. People speak
None of us came for them.
I gotta
Whatever.
be careful
out to
not
the
putting this on
streaming.
YouTube.
I started streaming groups, and then they have.
They in a rumble, so they can have this kind of conversation.
Send it to your Discord server. Someone's DMing you. Explain why you all look exactly the same.
They
If
do
you're
look
doing
the
deep dives into this content, address that one very glaringly obvious point.
Guarantee you all of them have low T as well. Guarantee.
It's all gymnastics. Throw it out at people.
Well, joining me now is Talk TV contributor Esther Krakow and a trembling broadcaster and journalist Jenny Kleeman, visibly recoiling in horror. Let's start with you, Jenny. He's not your idea of a role model.
Well, no, he's not. I see him as a symptom of a problem rather than a solution to it.
Okay, but
Nah, well, he paused too, so I'm gonna put in my 2 cents. I'm putting my 2 cents. Let him put in his. And see if he can have similar beliefs. But I believe Andrew Tate is a solution, man, to a lot of these guys' issues within the society, bro. Because I bet when I was like younger, I'm in about 23, but I remember when I was like 15, 13. We didn't have Andrew Tate back then, so a lot of those things a lot of those things, it wasn't just me. A lot of my friends of mine went through the same thing, you know, dealing with girls, dealing with society, because we didn't have any like role models, man. You know, like that. And I believe Andrew Tate a good role model for young men to actually have a actually know how to be a man. You know, instead of just filling in with society. You know, just getting thrown like just thrown anywhere and any which way. And he actually is an asset, man. And I listen to him now, and now he really helped me on understanding that you got to be. How can you expect to have a woman if you don't have your money in order? If you don't have your health in order, if you don't have your life in order, how you expect to add a woman to your life? He always say that, and that's true, you know, because I used to always want to put a woman before myself, and a lot of indeed times they won't. And I ain't gonna say a lot of women want you like, hey, um, he don't show me no attention, he don't do this and he don't do that, and it makes it seem like it's a bad thing, but they really like that kind of thing. 'Cause they want you to they don't want you to put them first. They might complain about it, but they deep down they like that. Women do the opposite of what they say. And it took me, I never knew that back then. And it set me up for a lot of mistakes I learned from, man. Because I used to wonder as a kid, like, damn, why all these dudes get all these girls? These dudes who don't care about these women, who don't get on the time of the day. You know, they just, just having sex with them and just leaving them. And they still stuck on. I was that guy. I was that friend that girl used to cry to. I was that guy. Excuse me. I was that guy for a long time. I was like, damn, why would you just? I was like, I used to ask them girls, like, why you don't just leave him? Why don't you just? They were like, well, it's not that simple. It's not that simple. I'm like, if you're not happy, you crying to me, why not leave him? Why not? I even said, why not come to me? I'll treat you right. I'll do this and that. But that's not what they wanted. But let's hear Sneako's perspective.
A lot of the women should just not talk about male issues. Just go back
This is
to
what
your
I'm telling y'all.
feminist.
Like, you guys think I'm kidding around when I say women should not be in male spaces. They have zero fucking clue or concept on this.
Yeah,
I already know what this
that's what I'm saying. They live in a whole different reality than what we live in, bro. That, like I said, like me and my cousins, they grew up with a female experience with life, and I grew up with a male experience of life. Man, it's different. It's a different concept.
feminist bot is about to say.
I can understand why.
What's the problem that he's the symptom
The
for?
problem is that I think a lot of young men feel that nobody is speaking up for them. In a culture where we are encouraged to have identity politics, the only identity that isn't a good identity is a young man or a young white male. He talks in a very straight way and he gives straight answers to some questions, which I think he gives very wrong answers to. But I find him repellent. I think he talks about, he basically creates straw men that he destroys. So he will depict.
I ain't gonna lie, that didn't make any sense, and she can tell she's not formulating a real argument. Nah, she's not. She just don't like him. She really can't explain. A lot of them women really can't explain why they don't like Andrew Tate. Like, it's a lot of them videos on TikTok and shit. They were like, "Do you like Andrew Tate?" They were like, "No." They're like, "Why?" He's a misogynist. Okay, how he's a misogynist? He just don't like women. They really can't articulate why. So they really don't know why. They just going off what the media tells them, man. So I ain't gonna lie. I talk to a lot of people, man. A lot of my brothers of mine, they watch Andrew Tate too, man. He really a good. I think he really good for young boys, man. To let them know, like, focus on yourself, man. Don't focus on girls. Focus on yourself. Focus on getting to the next level. Never be lazy. I always want to sit around, because me, I used to like to sit around and just play video games and not monetize it, and not monetize it at all. If you playing video games, at least monetize it. I wasn't monetizing. I was just playing the video games, eating unhealthy, what I mean, just gaining a lot of weight and just sitting in my room all day and have no social skills and nobody to come and save me. Nobody was there for me. And it really took for me to go through some things to actually maneuver my way out of it. And I started watching like Steph is Cold, Fresh and Fit. I watched a couple of their videos, and I never really watched a lot of Sneeko videos. I knew he used to pop up on TikTok, but I never did watch a lot of his videos. But I'm familiar with what he do. I watched a couple of them, but not really a lot of his content. Not like I did with Fresh and Fit, Steph's Code, AMS, stuff like that. And it really gave me a different perspective, man, on life and dating market, and it really made me realize that I don't want to date right now because I don't have my life in order. But let's continue with the video.
Picked feminism as a particular kind of thing, a kind of man-hating thing, which it isn't.
Well, it is for some feminists.
For a small number of
I
feminists.
mean, so there are some radical feminists who genuinely
there
hate
definitely
men.
are. There definitely are. But most people know that feminism is about just thinking that everyone should have equal opportunities regardless of...
And they do. There's no opportunities that women don't have that men have in the West. There's not one.
Women have more opportunities. I would argue women have more rights and privileges and opportunities than men do. So, but here's the thing. For feminism to exist, they need to continue to perpetuate that they're victims.
Yep.
Feminism cannot exist unless there is someone oppressing them.
Right.
Even though they're not oppressed at all.
It's just like racism too. The idea of racism stays alive the more that minorities think that they're victims.
I've said this before. Black people perpetuate racism more than anybody else. That's the cold hard truth.
Because people like being victims. It takes away any accountability from your actions of your life. If you're same, that's why fat people use it. That's why fat people are saying I'm fat phobic, blah blah blah. Because you don't want to go to the gym, so you make up all these reasons about the system holding you back. It's not. Just
I don't let racism bother me. Guys, I have every excuse in the book. I'm Muslim. My parents are from Sudan. I can be considered African American. I can also be considered Arab.
You are African American.
I am. But black people don't consider me African American. They don't. They consider me a fucking whatever. They're idiots. But the point I'm trying to make is, I literally tick off every single minority that should be oppressed in the United States, but I refuse to accept that is a fucking excuse.
It's a mindset.
I will make shit happen regardless of what the fuck happens.
The same thing could apply to depression. The more that you think that you're oppressed because you have a chemical imbalance.
Hey, no lie. Depression, bro. That's really a mindset, man. Cause I was a point in my life, bro, when I was gonna no lie, bro. I was thinking about suicide a lot. Nobody was there for me. I was thinking about suicide. It was a mindset, bro. It really was a mindset. I was like, I was a failure. I don't want to do nothing. I ain't nowhere in life. Cause as a man, you have a deep down drive to do something. If you ain't doing anything, if you ain't making no kind of moves, or it ain't got to be about money. If you're not progressing in some kind of way, you're gonna feel like a failure. And that causes depression. Because you hate your current situation. That's causes depression. Because you hate your current situation. But it's all about your mindset. See, with me, what got me out of it, when I hated my current situation and I was thinking about suicide, okay, I said, man, I hate this situation. Let me get up and do something about it. So I got up. I changed the way I ate. I stopped eating meat. And one day I had a spiritual awakening. It gave me a different perspective on life. That's totally. I want to leave y'all down a rabbit hole. Stay on topic. I had my spiritual awakening. Then I joined the military. I got out the military. Well, I got out of training. I'm still in the military, but I got out of training. I came home. I was no longer depressed because I changed my current situation. It's all about the mindset you in. Bro, I was thinking, I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, I already said it, but I was thinking about deleting myself. I was thinking about deleting myself over and over and over to the point where I almost did. So I had to change my mindset. Change your mindset to change. You got control of your reality, but you control your reality. Anything you do has a consequence. And I thought of my family, I thought of my sister, I thought of my mother, I thought of my father, I thought of my grandmother, I thought of my cousins, my grandfather, my uncles, my aunts. I thought about my folks, my family. I said, if I continue with this, there's no point. That's me being selfish. So I had to change my mindset. To change, you got to change what's within you to change what's around you. You create your own reality, man. But let's continue with the video.
The more you're not going to improve your life, and you're going to make every excuse about your mental health. It's the same thing.
After 9/11, my family was treated poorly. I was profiled for being black. I walk into a store, they think I'm going to steal. I've experienced a lot of the same negative consequences that African Americans deal with. The difference is I refuse to let that shit be my excuse for being a fucking loser. I overcame everything, became a special agent of Homeland Security, broke all the stereotypes, actually investigated terrorism, made money, became successful, hit the gym. I refuse to lose. But the problem is that a lot of fucking people will sit there and be pussies nowadays that are soft.
Oleg says W domestic violence. My the bots that if you go and do some shit and the cops are like,
know from Afghanistan, and these heartbreaking scenes today in Afghanistan of weeping.
Someone said Assalamu alaikum, Myron. I didn't know you're a Muslim. Have you prayed today?
No, I didn't.
He's a haram Muslim.
I am a haram Muslim. I gotta fix that.
Female students who couldn't go to university, and men actually in Afghanistan then going out in protest for them.
What's going on?
I mean, really heart-rending scenes, Esther, here of these young women in Afghanistan weeping because they've been told they cannot now continue their education. And then you've got male students walking out in protest. Very brave thing to do. A bit like we saw in Iran with the men protesting in support of the women being oppressed there. This is where he slightly lost me last night, Andrew Tate. There are a lot of things he says which I understand why young men, you feel a bit lost.
Chad, WRL, I think women should be able to go to school. Like,
That's right.
I know they're going to call me a sellout in the chat, a lot of the people, but...
Not really. That's not a sellout, bro. Like, shoot, they do. Everybody can deserve an education, man. Everybody deserve an opportunity for education. You know? That's facts. Even though college is but just to have an opportunity to go, sure. You know? Because I'm a college student myself, and, you know, but as an education, getting an education and getting a degree is an accomplishment, though. It's just what you do with it. It's what you do with that. You know, you gotta be smart with it, though. You don't want to be in depth and how to pay that off and all that. So it's a double-edged sword. But you know,
what do you think about the Taliban refusing?
It is.
It's like a bro. No, I think women should go to school, of course. Like, what the
They
fuck?
should be able to.
Yeah, I think they should have the opportunity. They should have all the same opportunities. The problem is that a lot of y'all fucking simp for women. That's the problem. Here's the thing with simping. Guys give women all the equality and the privileges, right, that of equality, but you guys simultaneously still give them all the benefits of being a lady without them earning it. That's the problem. Give them the equality. I'm for that. But if you guys are going to sit here and simp on them, which inherently makes it where it's sexist because you're treating them differently because they're a woman, that's where you guys fuck up. Because they're getting the benefits of equality while still being treated like a lady. You simps are fucking it up.
He's very good at building business. He's proven it. He's made himself extremely rich doing it. A lot of what he says about masculinity and stuff, I completely would sign up to, actually. Yeah. And his confidence can help people. But when he was not prepared to condemn
these
the
10th century
Taliban
barbarians
for that, because that to me is an open and shut case. If you don't condemn it, then I'm afraid you've got a problem. And it's not about sending feminists in to go to war. As I pointed out to him.
Which I actually do think is a valid point.
Well, here's the thing, pause. The reason why he doesn't want to condemn it is because you can't tell people how to run their fucking culture. The problem with the West is that we sit here and try to tell people how to run their culture.
Live. Because we think that we're the world's police for some reason. Like, we always need to infiltrate everything.
Like Qatar, for example, right? Like, people want to go ahead and get mad at Qatar because they don't want gay flags and rainbow flags or whatever. They want to sit here and virtue signal all this other fucking bullshit. Bro, other parts of the world live the way that they fucking do. It's not our business to come in there and tell them how to be and how to morally police them. It's not our business. That's what Andrew's saying.
Yeah, it's not up to him to condemn a group. He has nothing to do with them.
It's fine, but a lot of women do actually fight in the armed forces.
Yeah,
so
I think
the idea that none of them do is also nonsense.
That's valid, man. You can't understand women over there. I mean, that's messed up that they can't attend universities, and in America, there's a lot of women who have degrees. So, but it's not our. We can't do nothing about that though. That's their country. That's their country. So I agree with that.
Was using that to kind
Some
of
things
attack the
out
more
of our
extreme
hands,
forms of feminism that says, women can do anything a man can do. And he was using that as an example. Yeah. But I do think, you lose people when you refuse to outright condemn sort of 10th century barbarians like this. But I don't think, when he said it has nothing to do with him, I think he's not willing to get into dicey territory in that way. But it's like you speak in such absolute terms. Why
Do you think
not?
he's a misogynist?
I don't think he's a misogynist. No, I don't think so.
I mean, a misogynist means somebody who hates women.
Yeah,
I don't think he hates women.
I do think he hates women. I think he thinks
don't think
women
he
are
does.
nothing.
She's not letting up. She's not letting up one bit. She's not letting up, boy. I'm surprised she said, "Nah, I don't think he's a misogynist." I don't, bro. What he said don't say like he hates women, bro. Like, come on.
Nothing. I think he would not want to know what to do with you and I.
What do you think her husband's like? You can always tell that a woman is a reflection of her man.
Yeah, her husband's a pussy if she has one. Which I doubt she
He does not know how to deal. He gives interviews to people like.
What's her name? Jenny Kleeman? Let's look it up. Is she a Jew? She's making vegan books.
Oh yeah, that's L.
There we go. It's
L.
just blueprint woke bullshit.
Yeah, well,
books.
Yeah.
Jenny Kleeman, Sex,
Yeah.
Robots, and Vegan Meat, Adventures at the Frontier,
Yeah,
Food Sex.
L. Bumbleclot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, where's her husband at?
Nowhere to be found, bro.
I don't see no husband.
She's probably insufferable.
It's very quick to
Vegan,
dissect this.
insufferable.
Yeah. No husband. Is she a les?
Weird hair.
Les hair.
Yeah.
Is that her husband? That's just a dude. No. Single.
Yeah,
there you
of
go.
course single, bro.
That's why she's saying misogyny.
Yeah, saying this
You, or
stupid
to
shit.
Hugo Rifkin, who
Where, there we go, the W black woman over here, who I think is very pretty, probably has a husband.
give interviews to
Yeah,
men.
but a lot of
You
women.
fell in the dark, don't you?
You wouldn't smash her?
No, absolutely
Oh,
not.
come on.
No, what the fuck?
I like my Nubian queens.
The fuck? Does it look like I Chuck Spears?
A lot of women do like him.
Exactly.
There are a lot of women who don't know him who seem to hate him,
Yeah.
ironically. But I'm not sure it's as clear
I mean,
cut as he's a misogynist.
I don't think he's a misogynist, and I have a brother who's probably within his target demographic, 23, and I can understand why his message would resonate with him because it's normal.
understand why the
It's
message
normal,
would
exactly,
resonate.
for
I
young
just-
men to feel like they don't have a place in Western society, and he actually makes that point. I just think when you don't want to outright condemn 10th century barbarians like the Taliban, you tend to lose your case with more moderate people. But again, we're not his target
The
audience.
fact that
That's why,
his understanding about what's happening in Afghanistan is that it's a feminist issue rather than a human issue.
I don't think he said that.
Well, no, he did. He said, send this feminists in. It's a human issue where we made all these promises to people in Afghanistan and then we left.
Well, let's be
Why she's so angry?
clear. Let's be
their
clear.
life on
We
it.
betrayed those women.
We absolutely
Right?
betrayed Biden.
Joe
As a human being.
in the way we
Completely.
pulled out of
Biden, right?
Afghanistan overnight, we betrayed not only people who work with us, the interpreters and so on,
But people
But
who
people
died.
like her voted for Biden.
Yeah. Yeah. It's your demographic. The
People
vegan-
like her, weirdo vegans.
Afghan women have just been tossed back to these
and
barbaric wolves.
servicemen who died for it. But the fact that he sees it, he says, oh, it's got nothing to do with me. As a human being, it should have something to do with it. As someone-
No, it shouldn't. Like, we don't need to go dabble our nose into every other conflict. People like you do that because that's your life, is to be outraged constantly about everything. Everything's an issue. Everything's a problem. You're always upset.
It's so bad. Go get an AK.
It's a victim mindset, man. I wholeheartedly understand that, bro. It's a victim mindset a lot of people have. I'm not just talking about her, but a lot of people have a victim mindset, and a lot of people they blame others. They blame things rather than looking at themselves as the problem as well. Some things we can control, some things we can't control. I always been told by my uncles, man. My uncles always told me, they said, you stress less when you don't worry about the things you can't control. Some things is out of your control. And I'm gonna have one of my uncles on here, one video. I'm gonna call him up and give y'all some real game as well. He helped me throughout course of can't talk shit throughout a point in my life. And I talked to him earlier, but he really like put me on some game. I know it's 10:22. He probably to bed. He old, probably to bed. But yeah, man, you stress less, bro, and about not worrying about things you can't control, man. Only worry about the things that you can have control of, which is your life. And you can't even really control your kids. You can't really control your kids or your grandkids. The only thing you really have control over is what you do with yourself. Everybody have an individual life. Can't control. That's what's wrong with a lot of people, man. They want to sit back and try to control everything what's around them instead of looking in within and to control what's within. You can't control what's within you. You can't control what's around you until you control what's within you. You know, you can't control what's around you until you control what's within you, man. And a lot of people suffer from that shit. Just want to be so angry and mad and easily triggered because they not looking at themselves. They don't have any grounding within themselves, man. They frequency, their vibration is off because they looking for something to be angry about. That's how they feel it. I guess that's they niche. That's they niche. That's they. What's the other word I'm looking for? That's basically how they get off, man. They just like to be angry about something.
47 and go over there.
Go kill him, right? Go to war.
Is that the women are the ones that want it so bad and they're the feminists. Where are they to fight for it? He's making a point that it is men that allow women to have the feminism in the first place. Mm-hmm. Like a man is protecting her ability to sit here and call men misogynists.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Yeah. Like feminists are so fucking stupid that they don't realize that their ability to say the stupid shit that they say
is because of men.
To live in the delusion that they live in is because of men that are willing to die to protect it. Because we know women don't go into hard labor jobs. We know women don't go into police forces. We know women don't go into the military, etc. It's men that overwhelmingly go into these professions. Are there?
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of women in the military, but they don't choose the infantry route. They don't go infantry. They'll be like it's a lot of women in logistics. It's a lot of women in logistics in the military. It's not a lot of them in infantry or mechanics. There's a lot of them in like logistics and stuff like that within like the warehouses and stuff like that. But they're not so much in like mechanic or infantry. But there's a lot of them in the military though. But they just don't choose those. They don't choose that frontline job as infantry or hand labor or hard, like really. I won't say that hard labor, but like mechanic. I don't choose those two jobs. A lot of them don't really go airborne either. Some do, some don't, but a majority don't though.
Some women that do it,
the ones that do,
but predominantly it is run by men that protect their ability to live in a delusional world that you live in.
Zach says, Sneeko, the Taliban are going to resist the West agenda more. The more the West keeps. Well, I'll just keep on going on Fresh Field. We'll keep doing this.
Someone who says he's
no, I agree. I thought it was a
cop
out there, but albeit, again, a lot of what he says, I could imagine if I was a young man, it would resonate with me, probably for the right reasons. I think he's trying to give people confidence and a belief that being masculine is not actually a stick to beat you with, right? You can be a good masculine person. He used to be applauded. Let's talk of somebody who I don't think is a shining example of this.
This might be crazy, but I think Piers Morgan acts like a fag on air for views.
Let's talk of somebody who I don't think is a shining
to stay on the news. If he didn't
to write views just to stay on the air. Yeah.
No, exactly. But he's based low key. Same thing with Tucker Carlson. All the way is based now. But Piers is playing the moderate route and talking with feminists. Even though he probably after this is over, he agrees and he's watching.
I think he genuinely probably agrees with 99% of things that Andrew Tate says. But when the cameras come on, he's got to be a fag.
He delete anything because he's arguing. So what I learned is you can have problematic, toxic people as long as you disagree and argue and push back. And that way the comment section will be like, good job, good job. But when you start nodding your head at people who are saying that the Holocaust was a lie, for anybody who wants to get into media, if you want to have problematic, canceled people, just say faggot argument.
Oh my God, man. I'm going to have to wrap the video up, man. They going in with these words, man. I'm going to cut this video up and chop it up, man. Because I will put this on YouTube. I ain't trying to get it. My channel ain't even up yet, man. I got 3 subscribers. I'm trying to get 4. I'm not trying to get married. But man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. I hope y'all enjoy my perspective on it, man. I love y'all, man. Take care of yourself, man. Most of all, man, God bless, man.